Hi Libra, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute. I apologize. There's been a lot of rapid changes in my life and a lot of things went haywire and hectic, and it did a lot with my energy because of my the intuitiveness, and then the empathy portion of my spirit just was going crazy, and then my own emotions were going crazy. So there was just no way I'd be able to give a balanced quality readings, and I apologize that I had to take that time to really try and balance. Hopefully we're there now, so we're gonna give it our best shot. My schedule has changed drastically, and so I am only able to do personal readings now on the weekends, which means that if there's an order that's placed and I don't get to it on one weekend, then it's going to have to wait till the next weekend, and I apologize. I just want to be upfront about that. It is going to take some time. There will be occasions where I'll be able to read during the week, and I'll try and get things out as quickly as possible, but as far as any kind of commitment to it, it's going to have to be weekend readings, so keep that in mind. I do apologize. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, also Venus and Mars is applicable as well. Please take whatever resonates and then leave the rest. If it resonates with you, it's meant for you. If you have questions or anything about personal readings, you can check out the description box below. That has all that info. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So let's see what we have here. Ten of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Three of Wands. Knight of Swords. King of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. There's been a lot of Nine of Wands lately, and then we have Seven of Cups. Excuse me. Not a whole lot of air here right now, but let's see what comes through here. The first card that we have is this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands here, what's interesting about this Ten of Wands, this deck in particular, the individual who's carrying the wands can actually see where he's going. In most decks, the wands are stacked in front of his view, so he's not able to even see where he's going or, what's in front of him. This guy can see, which tells me, since it's a 10, it's near completion, which tells me that there has been a heavy burden. There has been something that's been very difficult, but it's like you're almost at the finish line. He can see how far the finish line is, and that's why he's choosing to keep pushing forward, because he can see where it is. So that's telling me that something is coming to a conclusion here. The next card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like things will start to turn in your favor. This is an energy of things shifting from this heavy burden. He has faced, the way that this is this Ten of Wands is actually faced away from, nope, that's not, it's faced away from the Wheel of Fortune here. So that's saying that it's like the luck is going to be shifting. Things change for the better here. That burden starts to shift, because the next card that we have is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is an energy of just waiting for your ships to come in. Like, I've cast all my messages out. Everything is set to go now. I just need to wait for it to come in. And so it's this anticipation. It's an energy of anticipation. It's moving somewhere. So that's definitely a different energy than what's going on with this burden over here, which is positive. Excuse me. The next card that we have is the Knight of Swords. So this is definitely your energy coming in here, but this is also somebody who's coming in kind of hot. Could be coming in, like they're coming in hot, either trying to sweep somebody off their feet, or they're coming in hot and they're angry as all hell. So it could be a little bit of both. There could be some disagreement going on here too, but there could also be trying to win each other over type. And it's also the Knight of Swords is a very direct energy, so it's clearly logical, like something makes sense, and that's why this action is taken. It's a message of something making sense, like something clicks. The next card that we have under the Ten of Wands is the King of Cups. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign, perhaps a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. It is an abrupt energy change from the Knight of Swords, who is a very dynamic energy. It's a quick wit. Here is a very gentle spirit. It's kind of a it's almost like there's a huge amount of misunderstanding going on, and there's like miscommunication or misunderstanding going on that's creating a whole lot more difficulty than is necessary. It could be that somebody is very sensitive, and it's not in a negative way. It's a very positive, compassionate, empathetic type of an energy, but it's much, much different than this Knight of Swords energy that's very direct and cutting and can be, you know, it's used for war or it's used for good. It's, you know, it's used to protect or it's used to kill. This energy is so different than this King of Cups energy that I feel like there is something going on that is based and rooted in the way that miscommunications are taking place. But I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands right there, something starts to shift. They're like little steps moving in the right direction, but it's the right direction, so it makes a big difference. Because the next card that I have is the Eight of Pentacles right under this Wheel of Fortune, and that's telling me somebody's working on building something long term, but they're building. And so it's kind of this learning process, this learning curve of how do we navigate these miscommunications or these differences that are so drastically different between us. But I see work being put into this. Now, this could also be indicative of things in the workplace actually improving financially, because it's right under this Wheel of Fortune here too. So it could be that there's been a lot of hard work and passion put into something, and it starts to come to fruition. This starts to be profitable. The next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. So again, it's this energy, you know, he's this battle weary warrior who he's still got all his wands. He'll fight you, but he's tired. Like, I'm so tired. So it is a lot of energy that has been poured into something. It's a lot of energy and a lot of passion or a lot of emotion. With the wands there, it's very, very much a part of higher calling almost to stand and fight. It's something that's worth defending in this person's eyes here. So that's definitely a positive as far as being willing to defend what is worth defending. However, again, there does have to be this process of learning going on. It's important to stick to even though it's a difficult process, it's important to stick to this process of learning how to communicate effectively with each other, regardless of whether it works with anybody else. It's important for the unit. And the next card that we have here is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups would indicate to me that it's important to pay attention to your dreams, to any confusion or illusions. I feel like the Seven of Cups in this particular instance comes in as kind of like a crossroads where decisions have to be weighed out and people have to decide what it is that they truly, truly want, which I see toward the end of February. Like, this energy starts to be introspective. Somebody really does some soul searching here. So let's clarify and see what we come up with. Please clarify this Ten of Wands here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this Ten of Wands about here? Please clarify this Ten of Wands here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this Ten of Wands about here? Ooh, okay. On top of the Ten of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you may be dealing with an earth sign, could be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo, could be a Taurus. It's on top of the Ten of Wands here, so it's kind of like, I get the feeling that somebody's headed toward or struggling toward this person. Struggling toward home, a feeling of home. It doesn't even necessarily need to be an earth sign. It's a feeling of home, though. It's like struggling either to get back to this feeling, but there's this anchor that's between these people, I feel like, that is bigger than the both of them, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's what's coming through here. Please clarify this Wheel of Fortune for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this Wheel of Fortune about? That is also indicative of fortune shifting into a positive direction as far as financially, too. And with this Wheel of Fortune here, that could have to do with somebody's financial situation improving. On top of the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Queen of Swords. So that's definitely you. That's definitely your energy. It's very, very air energy. It could also be indicative of a Virgo because we have the Queen of Pentacles also here. Queen of Swords is also associated with Virgo, but I feel like here this is you, and this is things turning in your favor. The dynamic is shifting. Perhaps somebody's recognizing maybe. Perhaps somebody's recognizing they messed something up, or they didn't recognize what they had when they needed to. And perhaps things are shifting as far as the power in that situation. It could be. But I feel like with this Queen of Swords, it's very, very much kind of, you're going to be at the top of the game because this Wheel of Fortune is moving in a very positive direction and you are in your element here. So I feel like it's definitely, things will be, basically you'll be in control for a little while. Please clarify this Three of Wands here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this Three of Wands about here? Please clarify this Three of Wands here for February 2018 for Libra. What is this Three of Wands? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Wheel of Fortune again, right on top of this Three of Wands. So something's really shifting. There's something very, very positive going on, and it's kind of moving toward the direction, like, I get the feeling that this is the direction your life is supposed to go. Like, this is happening. It's major shifts, and it's very positive with these two major arcanas right there. It's just very, very positive shift here away from this Ten of Wands, I feel like, and things are changing. It's like a game changer. Something big's going on. You'll have to let me know what, because something big there with two. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here. Because this Knight of Swords is also you, and he's running right toward this Wheel of Fortune. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for Libra, for love, for February 2000. Okay. Eight of Pentacles on top of this Knight of Swords. So again, it's working really hard towards something, but this work is paying off. The wheels are spinning to this point that the work is paying off. Whatever has been put into this, and I feel like for some of you, it's been blood, sweat, tears. It's been rough. And whatever has been put into this, it's coming back. Like things are coming around, I feel like. And this King of Cups is right under this Queen of Pentacles, or this feeling of home. Even though there's that Ten of Wands there, I feel like this is a genuine offer coming in. Somebody's going to be opening up. Please clarify this King of Cups here for love, for Libra, for February 2018. Please show me what this King of Cups is about here. Please clarify this King of Cups here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this? Okay, that's the one then. Ooh, okay, so on top of this King of Cups, we have a Seven of Swords. So somebody is either spying or being sneaky or taking back what's theirs. Perhaps there's a three-party situation going on here. But fortune is shifting. And somebody's taking back what's theirs. Or this King of Cups character is being emotionally manipulative, perhaps. It could be that there may be a water sign around, or somebody who is parading themselves as incredibly, like, gentle and harmless and is actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. Let me get a drink real quick. It could be that somebody is presenting themselves with an illusion here. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but I get the feeling that this is taking place in a situation where there's more than one, like more than just two people. It's a third party situation that comes through. Somebody is being sneaky or dishonest, and you can see here that he's just like, he's almost a little bit cocky about it. So somebody is being manipulative, and it's pretty obvious, I feel like. But fortune is shifting. I feel like they've gotten away with it, but fortune is shifting. Let's see. Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles here for Libra, for love, for February. Or it could be saying, if you're the one who's doing wrong, things could be shifting and changing, and you don't want to lose everything you've worked so hard for, too. It could be that something comes out as well. That is, I mean, this is a general reading, so the energy can go either way, but that is something that could be happening here. Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles. What is this 8 of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles. Or for some of you, you may have been dependent financially on somebody who kind of was kind of like, that was some kind of ego feeder for them, perhaps, or they wanted you to have to ask them for money or whatever, or they wanted to be able to know what you were up to, and they kind of tracked you through how you spent money, perhaps, because I feel like this shift is specific in regards to your personal finances improving, because it's right on top of this Knight of Swords here too. So you may be entering into a position where you're able to be independent about what you do and what you don't do, and nobody can really say anything about it, and that shifts the power dynamic too. Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. What is this 8 of Pentacles about here? Temperance on top of the 8 of Pentacles. So there may be a Sagittarius around, perhaps. Some of you may be dealing with multiple people here, and somebody is promising you the sun and the moon and the stars, but it's not ringing true. This Temperance comes in. See how angelic this figure is? Now, most decks don't necessarily look like that, but I feel like that is of significance when it comes to, on top of this 8 of Pentacles. It's kind of like this is a process that has to take place, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune up here. So I feel like there is a situation that's popping up here that is going to force you to bring yourself back into balance. Maybe some of you have been throwing yourselves into work and career because you want it to pay off so bad, like you want it to pay off and be profitable, and it could be that it's been consuming you, and maybe you're being forced to bring things back into balance. There could be a revelation of something going on, perhaps, that you were unaware of, too. Maybe that's been going on behind your back, and it's forcing you back into balance. And I don't mean to say it that bluntly, but I feel like that this is something that it's kind of like this, since it's on top of this 8 of Pentacles, it could be a situation where there is a windfall of wealth for some people where they have to adjust very quickly, and perhaps it is something that is going to force you to have to completely balance yourself and ignore outside influence. It could be even that, again, a relationship or something that you've been working very hard on does start improving, but on the flip side, there could be some serious insecurities about trust as far as whether or not somebody's sneaking around. Somebody could, instead of being sneaky, somebody could be following or spying too. That could be that energy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's actually being sneaky, but somebody is kind of trying to hide and sneak around if they're spying on somebody. So that could be that too. And this Temperance card tells you to call that crazy into balance. Like, this you have to rein that in, or whoever, it doesn't necessarily have to be you, could be the other party, but rein it in. And I feel like this situation is going to force that to happen. Please clarify this 9 of Wands here for Libra, for love, for February 2018. Please clarify this 9 of Wands here. What is this 9 of Wands about for Libra? Please clarify this 9 of Wands for Libra, for love, for February 2018. Woo! All right, I see you then. 9 of Cups on top of this 9 of Wands. So again, this is a wish card. It's 2 9s right on top of each other. So something is coming to an end. There is a positive outcome here for something that somebody has fought long and hard for. And I feel like it's this wish, because the 9 of Cups is that wish cup. It was that wish card where it's like there's abundance, there's happiness, there's enough, for everyone. And it's an emotional fulfillment on top of all of this effort, on top of how hard this struggle has been and how many times I've fought this fight and that I will keep fighting. There is positive, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Please clarify this 7 of Cups here. But some of you are definitely going to be in a position, I feel like, with the 7 of Cups where there's some decisions that are going to be kind of tough that have to be made. Please clarify this 7 of Cups here for Libra. Woo! Okay. This one popped right out. 10 of Swords on top of the 7 of Cups. And we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. So it looks like we end up in a situation. Decisions have to be made. You recognize the decision that has to be made is going to hurt somebody. You're not positive if you're going to be happy with that decision. Because this 4 of Cups here is very vivid imagery. This little boy sitting right there pouting kind of under the tree. And he's got a mermaid sitting right next to him that he's completely oblivious to. Because he's so stuck in his own head. So I feel like there's something going on where perhaps you are really just in a position where I feel like at the end of this month, some of you will be in a position where you are contemplating how much something is going to impact somebody else, like contemplating how much you're going to be hurting perhaps somebody, or trying to really contemplate what it is that you truly want. And the 7 of Pentacles comes in as patience. And so it's like you're almost giving yourself permission to drag your feet a little bit on something. Perhaps to do some real soul searching, even if it hurts somebody else. I feel like there is this kind of shift again in this energy. The Wheel of Fortune really does shift and put you in your element, where there is an energy of where perhaps you have been caretaking somebody else, and this shift is going to put you in a position where you need to caretake yourself, and you will do that. And I feel like some of this energy here toward the end, it kind of has this like I can just almost feel this resistance of kind of like, no, this is on my terms and I'm going to do this my way. And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. So let me know what's going on. I hope to hear from you, and hopefully everything is going good this month, and we'll speak with you soon.